Hey yo, rain it's cool, man. Rain it's so amazing. Most of the time we spend praying for rain, but what's happening right now, it's really a lot. I'm not coping. Like this episode was supposed to be up yesterday, but because of this rain and load shedding going on, it was a lot. Honestly, it was a fucking lot. Yo guys, welcome back to WORD hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself with Guy Luyanda. With the #1 self-help / poetry podcast. And here we address social, psychological, economic as well as emotional issues through the art of poetry. So but I know guys, you could be doing anything, but you chose to stay here with us on WORD, and for that I fucks with you. Thanks, man. I truly appreciate it. Like you coming back every week, each and every single week to listen to me. I feel too blessed. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. I'm not sure if it was Msizo Bonolo. Okay, cool. So the conversation was basically around the whole idea of what a lifetime we live in. You know, like a lifetime of opportunities, a lifetime where whatever that you become is totally and utterly up to you as an individual. Man, like I have to take this time to say big ups to Zozibini, of course, Tunzi, for that woman is amazing. How do I say this? What do I say about her? She's just a lot, man. Congratulations to our African lady, African queen. She's too beautiful. She's too natural, and for that she will always be admired by us. And well, because everybody was talking about how amazing her answer was to the question, I was like, really, guys, I really need to check it out and see what is it that she had to say.
All right, here we go, South Africa. Here is your question. What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls, to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, South Africa. Very good.
Wow, that was our one and only Miss Universe, guys. And all this made me realize that in this lifetime, you being you, how much you can tolerate from what doesn't seem to connect with you as an individual actually determines how far you can go. You know, like I really get so reminded of what Jay Shetty used to say, you know, about when you have to stay for something even when you feel so disconnected, and that is the particular time when you are getting further out and away of yourself. This brings me to what I'll be talking about today, which is the education system, the traditional education system, and how I think it fucks up our lives, how I think it instills within us the ideas that without the paper you ain't get nothing. You know, it kind of limits young people to say that you only exist within your CV, you only exist within the certificate you hold, you know, you only exist within the hat you wear. Well, on this podcast, I want to tell you and I want to challenge the fact that education, the traditional education, it's not the key to success. So I wrote a poem on that. It's not like really something I'd like to consider as a poem, but an order rather, you know. Yeah, man, let's see. Oh, yeah. So the poem is called Game of Thoughts. It's trying to find out whether or not the traditional education system is killing creativity. And the piece goes: what happened to our society? Why does the system persist to detriment our education? We live in an era where connection substitutes qualification, where graduates are are getting picked apart at for having crowned, and guns are just pointed because they just bought gowns. Dropouts are always getting neglected before taking the test. But one thing the system seems not to know is that you will never know how much you know until you take the test. But the tests are only created for classes where others don't belong. What happened to our society? The weight of an academic certificate lost to that of birth. At least it continues to give you the 240 rands at the beginning of each month. Or perhaps the end of each month, hence others reckon it as the end of opportunity. What's hairbrained though is how education can be compared to no education at all. Perhaps we have missed where others lost the core meaning of education. Let's refer back to the Oxford Dictionary. I mean, it is known to know better. For Guy Luyanda is not even sure if that qualifies it to do any job in this world. And it says, education is a process of teaching, training, or learning, especially in schools or colleges, to improve knowledge and skills. Schools and colleges, like really guys, first of all, did the man who invented college go to college? Tell me more about the one who compiled the Bible. But that's just a story for another day. What if I say education was bigger than the certificate we received at the end of each term for a course? No offense to those who still have them hung on their walls for everybody to see without jobs. You guys made it. Even those who own multi-million rand companies without, you guys ended. What if I suggested those A3 and A4 papers were the key to doors of prosperity? What happened to our society? The locks are getting changed while we strive on the quest for this key. What value can the key unlock anymore? Should we stop crafting the key and start building blocks? Or even locks? Whatever it is, education is gradually losing value in the eyes of those unable to afford to go to class or simply meet the required grade to carry on the hot pursuit for the key. When did we become a society that neglects education? Was it really because you failed to cram a quadratic equation just 5 minutes before exam? That probably would only add less or no value at all to your life. The system disreputes creativity. It is packaged to favor and caters for a few. What if I said one that appreciates, celebrates, emphasizes, embraces, and supports creativity above the ability to cram was a high possibility? What if I said we could eradicate one that gives us money to pay for education that will leave us indebted to for as long as we live? Wait, second of all, it's not that serious. A fellow brother wants the paper too, but the packaging just don't feed his trade, so he'd rather start a business and hire the ones with papers he failed to obtain. He adds to the statistics for education haters. But does he really hate the education or the traditional education system? What is a system that persists to stay the same when everything else is evolving? Education enhances talent, teaches how to think as opposed to what you should assume. And that, guys, honestly, that is exactly what's happening within this same education system, the same one-size-fits-all education system. And I mean, like, if there's anybody who could have said it any better, it should be Sir Albert Einstein when he said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its whole life believing that it is stupid. Please don't be that same person to yourself. Don't be the one to set boundaries around yourself. Don't be the one to limit how far you can actually go as an individual. Do the right things by you. Make sure that whatever you do, you always remain aligned and true to self. There's nothing that beats that. And that, I believe, it's true bliss. For right now, guys, get yourself that beautiful haircut and let your friends know that you're listening to WORD hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself. Well, for now, guys, I would absolutely like to linger a little longer, but it's getting a little late. Until next time, stay right. Peace out.
my yo.